Hello, everybody. Welcome to GT Planet. Welcome to our YouTube channel, and welcome to a fantastic one-on-one chat with the wonderful Lucas Ordonez. Lucas, welcome to the channel. Welcome back to GT Planet. First off, how have you been? How's everything treating you at the moment?
Hi Chaz, how are you? Hi everyone. I feel like at home with always with you. So yeah, I'm more than happy to join you. And busy times again. Racing after the COVID season. So yeah, I'm pretty pumped for what is coming.
Fantastic stuff. And, of course, the Gran Turismo World Series, let's just touch on that very quickly. You're going to be back again on commentary duties for that again this year and involved as thoroughly as you can be. It's an exciting time once again, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. No. Priority for me is Gran Turismo. I'm ambassador since many years, and Kazunori is still my big boss. And yeah, I'm really excited to see another season. Finally, we get more events, live events
Yeah.
like before COVID. So it's pretty good. No, we are gonna have three really nice venues, and what is coming, the world finals, and not to be announced. Obviously, there's some leaks, but it's not
Mhm.
confirmed the venue. So yeah, excited to have another 4 live events, and I will be as well with Alberto for the Spanish commentary.
Awesome stuff. And it's important to have those live events, isn't it? To get everybody together in one place and really sort of celebrate how massive Gran Turismo still is in this day and age.
Absolutely, yeah. Chaz is, I think is the key of Gran Turismo World Series. The online racing is great,
Hmm.
but obviously for Kazunori Yamauchi and all the Polyphony team, it's the Gran Turismo games. The meaning is traveling around the world, exploring around the world, and to give the chance to all the competitors to travel to these fantastic places around the world. It's a dream for us, for sure. So
It's amazing to see how far it's come even now. There's still moments where we see it and we think, wow, it's remarkable, from the one game back in the late 90s up to how it is now. It's just remarkable. And it's a similar step for you as well, actually, at the moment. We've been very invested in your career and following your journey here at GT Planet. The latest turn is in the E1 series, which is electric powerboat racing. Is that the best way to describe it? It's very niche, isn't it?
exactly, it's very new. So whatever you call it, it will be fine. It's a new concept of racing, and kind of Formula E of the water. I will
Yeah,
call
I
it
like that.
now to say that. But
Yeah.
yeah, we go full electric. Obviously, sustainability is key on this project, and yeah, big names joining the series, and yeah, it's been a long journey for me. It's been more than a year trying to fight for a seat,
Mhm.
and on the backstage, not many beautiful. Not a great winter for me fighting for the seat, but finally, in the end, hard work pays off, as I
Yeah.
always say, and in the end, I got a seat, and in what a team, no, Westbrook Racing, with Will Smith as our team boss. So it's crazy. It's crazy to think that my boss is Will Smith now.
I was going to say, I imagine that was quite crazy to see in the first place. Just thinking, there's like you say, amazing names involved in it. I mean, there's the Aoki Racing team. Sergio Perez has a team in it as well. There's just so many massive names behind it. But did you ever expect to be racing for a team owned by Will Smith?
No, Chaz, I'm not to be honest. The story is, like a year ago, I heard about this new competition. I love the sea. I love to watch sailing races. I joined a
Mhm.
few times to here in Spain, a few national races, sailing races, and I love the foil technology, how the boats now fly on
Yeah, they
the
do.
water.
Literally.
Exactly, literally, and when I heard about this competition that mixes kind of sailing racing and motorsport racing, I tried to join as much as I could, no. So
Mhm.
yeah, I pushed for that. In the beginning, obviously, Rafa Nadal, the tennis player, joined the series, and as a Spanish and as a big fan of Rafa, I tried to fight for the seat, for the
Mhm.
male seat. As you maybe know, there's a male pilot and a female pilot in
Yes.
each team. So I tried to fight for that seat, but in the end, after 6 7 months of fighting, getting all the licenses or getting all the training, traveling to Italy a few times, doing the test with the boat, that seat
Mm.
didn't happen. But then a door opened to join E1 series as a reserve pilot. So I went to Saudi Arabia in January this year, and that's where I met everyone. And I was like, testing with Team Miami for Mark Anthony while the pilot was not there. So yeah,
Yeah.
I could prove my speed, and yeah, this Will Smith team came just a few almost a month ago, and then they called me, they signed me, and yeah, we finished our first race in the podium. So what a dream.
Fantastic stuff. I was going to say it's a very very interesting form of motorsport, but I wanted to ask the key thing. I'm sure everyone's wondering is what are they like to drive in compared to a GT car, for example, that's very much stuck to one plane and on the ground.
It feels more familiar than in a prototype, like in a LMP2 car or whatever, because you're sitting in a closed cockpit, similar
Yes.
sizes of a LMP prototype, full of carbon fiber. The McLaren technologies is all over the championship. So the boat is really well built, and the technology it has is really impressive. But then driving it is completely different. No, in the end, you are trying to fly on top of the water, and what keeps you more busy is on the straights. While in the race car is the opposite. No, you
Yeah.
are busy on the braking zone, you are busy on the turning, on focus on the cornering, the speed, apex, and here the trickiest thing is the straights, because you have to take off, take off on the foils, and just to not over trim, I will
Yeah.
say,
Yeah.
the boat, because the foils try to take off from outside the water. So
Okay.
when the foil takes off, the boat drops suddenly into the water, and you lose a lot of time. So you have to kind of manage all the time with the paddle. You have on the right hand side you have up and down trim, and on
Right.
the left hand side you have the lift, which lifts the propeller and the whole rear foil.
That's
So yeah,
that's
it's crazy.
crazy.
So I'm
Uh,
gonna start with the trim. With the trim, you adjust obviously the pitch of the boat,
yes.
or the bow. If you want to go, if you want to nose up to get the speed, you trim up. But
Hmm.
then once you are top speed, you want to trim down against the boat, because otherwise it tries to go up, and then you lose
Yeah.
the momentum and the speed, and the foils drop. So you are constantly working. Mentally, it's really hard on the
Mm.
straights, and the lift. Obviously, you want to have the propeller as on the limit of the water surface,
Yeah.
to avoid the cavitation. No, otherwise
Hmm.
it will be wheel spinning, and the propeller will not work. But yeah, it's really challenging. To be
Mm.
honest, obviously the speeds are slower. We are about 50 knots max speed with the boost, and that's about 90 kilometers per hour. I don't know in miles per hour,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's really challenging, and I'm
Mm.
sure we'll. This is the beginning of really nice championship, and I'm sure the Gen 2, Gen 3 will be much faster. But yeah, so far it's really good fun. The stats are the key of the championship. You have
Yeah.
to, it's kind of sailing stats where you have a countdown, and you look on your dashboard and you have a 30 seconds countdown, and you have to calculate when you go on full throttle to
Yeah.
cross the start line at the exact time you need. Otherwise, you will jump the start, or otherwise you will be too late on the green flag.
Mm.
So it's really tricky. It's a team effort.
Yeah.
Engineers, mechanics. We have a legend of power boats who is Steve Curtis. He's the world record top speed in a power boat,
Wow.
over 250 miles per hour in the water, which is crazy. You can see that
That's
in
terrifying.
yeah, no, it's crazy. So that's our man on the radio, which is great. Lots of experience. And my teammate Sarah Price, what to say? She's been so fast since the beginning. She has lots of rally experience, motocross. She won a stage in Dakar this year, so yeah, and she's so nice with everyone in the team. So I think we are really a strong team, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely. And I was going to say, there's so much more to just driving it because it's not just sat on a flat surface like a racetrack. It's not just perfectly smooth everywhere. Maybe a little bump here and there. It's the fact that I've seen the footage of people driving from like a cockpit camera that's sort of over the shoulder, and you see them going on the paddles, and you're thinking, well, they've not got gears, so what on earth are they doing? It's amazing to realize that it's down to the trim and the pitch of the boat. That's just remarkable,
Yeah.
absolutely remarkable.
No, it's really interesting. I hope we can, show all the fans during the broadcast how it works and how the start works, because otherwise people will like, oh, what is this? This is boring. But once
Yeah,
you understand the strategies, how the pilot manage the boat during the piloting or driving the boat or whatever it's called, people will start to like it, and
yeah.
it's been great racing side by side and lots of action on track. So it's cool.
That's the thing, when people appreciate the technology behind something like that, and it carries the message of sustainability with it as well. It's all for a good reason that this can be sustained for a long time and be another exciting form of motorsport. It really should draw people in, but sometimes you have to give it that little push, don't you, to show people just how exciting it is.
Exactly. No, I totally agree, Chaz. So yeah, I hope we can do some short clips during the race weekends or wherever to show how tough it is to drive it,
Yeah,
and obviously on TV maybe it looks slow, but we are pretty fast on the air, flying on the water, and it depends on the conditions, as you say.
yeah,
It's really tricky to handle the boat. Every wave, every single wind direction, every tide difference, it makes a big difference. Even the salty water, you drive
yeah.
in fresh water or you drive in
Mm,
salty water, and the behavior of the boat is completely different.
that's
It's
crazy.
crazy. Yeah. It's much,
That's not
I would say
that,
it's much easier in salty water, but
right.
so yeah, it's
I
really,
didn't think that would affect it at all. That's absolutely mad.
yeah.
I was going to ask if there was anything that you could adapt from car racing that may have caught you off guard. Something that seems familiar when you go from one to the next, other than just maybe turning the wheel.
Well, yeah, it feels familiar into also like in a simulator. You
Mm,
are in a cockpit in seat belts. Steering wheel is very light, like in a Gran Turismo simulator.
yeah,
And then in terms of racing, obviously you have to look as far as you can. In the end, you have to do the shortest track as possible. So in the
hmm,
end, is obviously it's a kind of different line, like in a race car or in Gran Turismo, but it's pretty familiar. No, the shorter you do the track, the faster you will be,
yeah.
and then giving room into the boat, into the exit of the corners. But yeah, it's there's so many things that are familiar. No, people ask me, how do you transfer the driving from a race car to a boat? But in the end, you are sitting in a cockpit like in a LMP prototype in Le Mans,
Yeah.
but just driving on water. So in the end, you feel it with your body. You feel the boat with your body, like in a race car, with your with your ass, and then you can manage everything. You feel if the boat is too high on the
hmm
trim, or if it's too low, the corner speed. So in the end, it's just like similar to racing, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah, I was going to say, I imagine that there's a lot of familiarity except for the surface. That I still can't get my head around that at all, to be honest with you. I was also meaning to ask about the actual sort of paddock atmosphere and the people involved. As we've said, there's a lot of very big names involved in that, and it obviously brings a sort of a hint of glamour with it as well. As there's a very vast array of names from all different corners of the world. But is the paddock atmosphere there like it is in motorsport as well?
Well, the paddock atmosphere is even cooler than in motorsport, because
Yeah,
the venues we go, it's amazing. Now we go to Venice. We've been in Venice last week. We go to Puerto Banús in the beach. We go to Monaco. We go to Hong Kong, into the Bay Area. So I think and the calendar next year looks really promising. Going to America apparently. So yeah, it's the paddock is great people. A lot of people I know from motorsport, from single seaters, from
Yeah.
endurance racing. In the end, is a similar concept. And yeah, what I can say, no, last week I was with Tom Brady,
Yeah.
shaking hands and hey, well done, guys, and it was like a really healthy competition. But and also Mark Anthony around there, he's a big fan of the series. Man,
Mm,
he's coming to every race with the family, and he's really loving the series.
that's awesome.
And yeah, hopefully we have Will Smith soon in one of our races. And yeah, no, the atmosphere is really really cool, but not just for the VIPs but also for the fans, because
Yeah.
is racing in the water. You can go holiday somewhere and then watch the race and then continue with your family having a drink. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it ties a lot of wonderful things in all in one product, doesn't
Yeah.
it? But what are the series like themselves then with the sort of development of it? Do they communicate a lot with you guys in terms of how the boats can improve, how the technology can improve? Are they very hand in hand with that?
Yeah, no, absolutely. We've been kind of developers and test pilots for the series. No, we've been developing everything
Hmm.
together in at the end of the year with the first test to get the super license, and then in Saudi Arabia we spent 3 weeks. And we are like a family. We are working together to make this championship bigger and bigger and improve the boat, improve the efficiency, to improve all the aspects. No,
Yeah.
it's a lot of things to learn. It's a completely new concept. It's crazy, to think that we are racing in the water with foils and with a propeller, with an engine. So it's the first time it's happening. So yeah, it's everything new. So yeah, many challenges for the especially for Seabird guys, no, this company that build the boat and
Yeah.
working really hard with McLaren apply to have the best boat as possible. And I tell you, it's huge technology inside the boat. And yeah, there's a lot of things to do, but I'm sure
Yeah.
we'll have a faster and more efficient boat year per year, and that will be fun for us, as pilots.
Yeah, definitely. I was going to say, I imagine it's a really exciting prospect to know how it could develop and what you guys want from it as well. And yeah, I look forward to seeing how it goes. I mean, like you say, you called it the Formula E of the water. I love that, and it's we've had similar in Formula E. The way the car looked at first compared to it looks like a spaceship now. It's they're incredible machines, and knowing that development is on the horizon must be really exciting. One final question regarding the boat itself. Is there much that you can do with the setup of the boat? Is there a lot that you guys can access or change, or is it all just internal while you're driving?
Yeah, that's interesting. No, and so far we are very limited. But, the boats are the same for everyone. We
Hmm.
we can change the propellers. We have three options
Right.
to use. So different diameter, different sizes, different blade angles. So each propeller is different. So one can give you more RPM. You can get up to top speed quicker, but then you are limited on top speed. And
Right.
then there's another one that gives you a lot of top speed, but then it's very slow on the corners. So
Okay.
it's a very interesting, learning from the powerboat experienced people, how propeller works and how the foil technology works. We have very clever people that are limited on sand foiling, for example. It's called where the people, the sailing experts, they sand the foils to have it in a best shape and shiny.
Right.
To the hydrofoil technology is like the wings on F1. No, it's
Yeah.
the airflow is crucial. It's really really important. And how you sand foil the foil is really important, but we are very limited. We cannot do much. We just
Yeah.
have a very hard restriction on what we do on in
Hmm.
terms of polishing and the foils. And then apart from that, we are all the same. Honestly,
Yeah.
it's just propeller. And obviously there's a draw before the weekend, where it's a draw, and then they give you the propellers to choose, and then we are
Okay.
testing, and then we test during the practice sessions which propeller works better for the conditions we have.
Hmm.
And as I said, it depends on the salty water or fresh water. It depends on the wind. It depends on the waves. So there's so many facts and conditions that can change which propeller you choose. And but yeah, then the idea for the organizers is to start to open the development,
Yeah,
but first we have to build the championship,
absolutely.
and for sure for first year is fair enough that no one can modify or change any part from the ball.
Yeah. I was going to say, it sounds like an immensely intricate and delicate form of motorsport, but so exciting because of all the technology that's poured into it. So I'm certainly going to make sure that a lot of our viewers and you lot watching at home all get on watching that as well, because I'm sure they'll all want to see how you get on and, just get involved in it. It's a niche form of motorsport. Just before we actually started recording, we were talking about the truck racing that I commentate on. It's not something that everybody's seen before. So when you first look at it, you go, what's this all about? You think, wow, this looks pretty cool. You give it a moment, and then when you start to learn about the technology and the sustainability methods behind it all, there's so much to it, and it really, really is a very, very exciting form of motorsport. The usual question I'm sure you racing drivers are sick of: are there any sort of future plans that you could tease us with here at GT Planet, or anything that you could tell us that you might have coming up?
No, I wish. No, I wish I would have more programs ahead. But right now I'm really busy with Gran Turismo World Series, and we are in the final phase of the online series. And then we had for our first live event in Canada, in
Hmm.
Montreal, and then Prague. So yeah, in between them, I'll be busy with E1 racing in next week in Porto Banús in Spain, and then in Monaco. So it's gonna be a busy summer, but yeah, so far no more news. But yeah, I'm pretty happy to come back racing, and
Yeah,
I was happy enough. About my career, what I did, what we achieved with GG Academy since 2008. No, it's been a roller coaster. It's been crazy. What the achievements of all the GT Academy winners, and yeah, it's once COVID came, I decided, okay, the probabilities and the chances to get a factory seat in a race car are really really low. No, there were many pilots for very very little amount of cars on
yeah.
track. No, after COVID, so I decided, okay, Lucas, let's focus on Gran Turismo. Let's focus on my
Hmm.
family. I've got three young daughters, so I keep busy at home. But then this opportunity came. I tried hard, and then I'm busy again with racing, which is fantastic. But yeah, it's
Yeah, it
a
absolutely is. It's
challenge.
great.
Hopefully, it lasts for another long time.
Absolutely. Well, we'll have our fingers crossed for you here at GT Planet. Like you say, we've always supported your journey and been really, really interested in watching it and following it. And thank you again for joining me today, Lucas. It's been an absolute pleasure to speak to you, and hopefully we'll see you again very soon.
Thank you so much, Chaz. Thank you to all the GT Planet guys, to all watching, and you are my family. I'll obviously stay with Gran Turismo, and obviously thanks to Jordan as well. He's big part of this. So yeah, thank you, and see you soon.
Thank you very much, Lucas.